everyone. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Queen Yeleen, and I am going to be doing a Thank God It Is Friday collective reading for all of you guys. We have made it through the week, and I'm not just referring to people who are working. I'm referring to you, the stay at home mom, or you, the job applicant who is trying to find a position right now, who has been filling out applications this entire week. That right there is a job. That right there is also dedication. Taking care of children is dedication. Homeschooling is also dedication. Work is not limited to working for someone. So I'm also referring to the business owners out there who owns their own business, who has to make sure that their business is operating up to standards, okay? And also, we aren't going to forget that there are people who are also homeless who have made it through the week as well because they are trying to get back on their feet, okay? Keep in mind that this reading is for the greater good of everyone. So I don't want to leave anyone out, okay? And you know, just to introduce myself, I read tarot amongst a whole bunch of other creative things that I do in reference to making butters, oils, and cure packages. I am very big on self care. So I just wanted to make a series of videos that help you guys with your self care as well because you are important. And by the way, have you asked yourself, how am I feeling today? If not, I'm going to ask you, how are you feeling? And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into this video. This here is the world card, okay? And whenever the world card comes into a reading, it is all about integration. It's about accomplishments, involvement, and fulfillment. It means that you've completed a cycle or you've completed something. In this particular case, this is really appropriate because we have completed the work week, okay? So I just want you guys to just, definitely remember that you are pushing forward. Continue to push forward as you have been, okay? This is really important for you, all right? And also, um, congratulations. You should be feeling elated right now. Any of your karmic work is also done, and you should also be reaching, any of your goals. All right. So we are reaching our goals. We are pushing forward. All right. And also, you may be traveling a great distance. Some of you guys may be traveling when this particular card comes up. Okay. So I just wanted you guys to just keep that in mind. Just stay positive. Keep pushing. Make sure that you're keeping a very positive mindset. Make sure that you are staying involved in your particular, life process, in your particular path. You cannot allow other people to create what it is that you want for yourself, okay? So when the world card comes into play, it's wanting to ask yourself, how do you want to show up in the world? What might you need to finish? What are you still stuck in right now? Are you still stuck in the old? Can you remember a time where you felt like you were expanding your life? And how can you bring that feeling back into your life? Which brings me to the King of Swords, okay? The King of Swords is all about taking command of your life, okay? Staying cool. It's all about protecting what it is that you've done so far. A realization of goals, okay? It means that right now you are realizing that my goals are coming to fruition. It's all about taking initiation of action, okay? So that is what the King of Swords is pretty much about. Leading with truth, leading with integrity. Become a leader. If you got to make major decisions, make sure that you're letting your head lead the way. Logic is needed. Whenever swords come into a reading, it is all about the air element. And the air element is about cutting through all of the BS in your life. The air element is about using your intellect, not necessarily being emotional, but being very focused, very clear minded. All right. So a straightforward approach is needed right now in your lives. Make sure that you're speaking truthfully as well, and just remain objective and cool and neutral. All right, this is really, really needed so that you can maintain what it is that you have. Remember that kings are protectors, okay? They are fathers, so you need to have that personality trait of a king. you've realized what you're doing, you realize your goals, you realize what it is that you want, and now it's time for you to learn how to keep it, to learn how to protect it and keep moving forward again. So this reading is all about, honestly, just moving forward and knowing that you have the tools that you need to do so. Okay, and let's see here. Some of the questions that you want to ask yourself, whenever this particular, reading, comes up as far as questions go, is have you ignored your head instead of your heart? So, or rather, have you ignored using your logic and chose to use your heart and regretted it? Okay, how can truth be used to heal or cut? And where do you need to take command in your life right now? All right, so these are the questions that I want you to meditate on. You could journal about them. Just think of it as homework. So, whichever one of these cards resonate with you right now, I definitely want you to just take a step back and just figure these things out. It's time for us to just take control and have that chariot energy and, the willpower that we need to take the reins in our hands and take our lives back. All right, we have a whole new week coming up next week, and we have to be prepared. We have to be in a state of mind of readiness at all time, ready to protect what it is that we stand for and that where we're trying to go as well. All right, so that's just what I want you guys to think about, and then I am going to move into the next card. Okay, guys, so we're going to move into this next card, which is the Ace of Wands. Okay, whenever Ace comes into a reading, it's all about birth, it's all about potential, it's all about beginnings. It's you realizing that you have the potential. This is about self realization, what I'm passionate about, what I am capable of. It's all about the I am. I am everything that I need to be. I can push forward. I can obtain my goals. I can take action. Okay? So, this is a wonderful card, especially to end the tarot portion of the reading, in terms of that encouragement to know that the universe has now handed you the tools that you need, which is passion. Passion is what drives our creativity. Passion is what keeps us going. Passion is what makes us, get up every morning. We have to have something to be passionate about. We have to find out what it is that we want out of life. What is that creative force, that propels us forward? Because the Ace of Wands is encouraging us to just go for it. Once we find out what that thing is, and remember, we have that King of Swords energy going on as well, which means that you are now realizing your goals. So, what are we going to do about it? How are we going to take those steps forward? We now know that we need to initiate action, and the universe is like, hey, well, here you go. I'm just gonna just pass you the baton, and let's see what you decide to do with it. Are you gonna take advantage of this opportunity, guys? This is like a really enthusiastic type of card to see, and it's all about course of action. Okay, act on all of your ideas right now. Start something new, maybe a new venture, a new job, even a new relationship. I just want you to just follow your passions. All right, follow your passions. This card is asking, what would you like to initiate in your life right now? What might feel like an exciting change? What are you making? What are you making in terms of changes for yourself? Where are you making changes, rather, or not? When in your life have you felt the most enthusiastic? All right, we have to get back to this place where we are happy and passionate about things. We have to stop living for other people. We have to figure out what it is that we want. It is really important that we tap into ourselves and our highest potential. It's great to get to know our higher selves, but part of that is to realize our potential. Only we can realize that. I always tell people all the time that you should have no expectations of others, and you should not keep relationships with people based off of their potential, because you may think you know what their potential is, but if they don't see it themselves, then it's completely null and void. serves you no purpose for you to be pushing someone to become something that they cannot see. So we have to get into a place where we see our potential. We have to get into a place where we know that I can do this. I can push forward. I am capable. I am um, intelligent. I am logical. I am clear. Irregardless of what's going on, life is about completing cycles, okay? Some cycles may be a little bit rough, some cycles may have been easy, but it's all about getting back up again and picking up that sword and saying, all right, it's time to take action. It's time to do this all over again. Here's the ace of wands that is coming at us now, letting us know that it's okay. We can do this again, but let's just make sure that we're passionate about it. All right, so we're going to move on to the next card. It is an oracle card, and this is going to be the how. So here we have the scrying, I hope I pronounced that correctly, card. This card is all about intuition, and I just think it's just so funny how the universe works whenever I'm pulling cards, because it always goes back to intuition. Tarot is about following your higher self, following that intuition that you know that you have, okay? It's all about that wisdom and pulling from yourself what it is that you should already know. You don't need to go out and seek it from anyone else. And there are tools out there that can assist you with that, okay? So I'm just going to read a small poem that is, in that book here that I have. It says, soften your eyes, begin the trance. Whole worlds are open, begin to dance. Okay, and scrying is a divination technique, guys, of seeing unconscious images appear upon or within a surface. So whenever you see a psychic and she has a crystal ball, that is a type of scrying, because she's looking within the ball and she's seeing things. Okay, so a black mirror, even water or the surface of ice can be used to scry into. You don't particularly have to be a psychic in order to do this. However, in order for it to be effective, you do have to be as relaxed as possible, and you have to eliminate the distractions by softening your gaze. Keep in mind that this is all about using your rational mind. Not engaging with your rational mind, but rather it's about receiving and not thinking. So that's why you have to get rid of all the noise that is around you and listen to you know, what it is that your intuition is really telling you, so that you can see. All right, so just meditate on this. Meditate on yourself, and maybe even try scrying. I encourage you guys to do so. I'm actually quite drawn to the crystal ball, and I'm definitely going to be looking into that and getting like a beautiful bowl to put water in, so that I can like meditate and learn how to focus my energy differently, so that I can find different ways of tapping into my higher self. Meditation is just one portion of it, okay? Meditation is just a small portion of tapping into yourself. It's a really, really effective method, of course, because you have to quiet yourself. But there are a lot of fun things that we can do. There are a lot of things that that are out there. A lot of divination tools and techniques that can shake things up a little bit. So I'm definitely willing to try some of these things and let you guys know exactly how it works for me. Okay, I do feel like we all have abilities, and some abilities are stronger than others, but with everything we have to work towards it in order to maintain and strengthen it. It means we have to practice. Just like with me, if I want to become more intuitive with my tarot readings, I have to study, but studying is not enough. I need to practice so that I can hear my voice, so that I can have my own way of explaining, because I don't want to have to read directly out of a book or just rely on my notes. I want it to just flow freely for me, and in order for me to do that, I literally have to quiet myself and be willing to receive, okay? But I am so glad. I'm so glad that you guys are here. I'm so glad that you made it to the end of this reading. We have conquered this week, and we have a whole weekend to conquer, and I hope that you guys have fun. I hope that you guys kick back and relax, and remember to smell the roses. Hard work will pay off. But you also have to make sure that you incorporate self-care into your routine so that you can recharge. I want you guys to start seeing your weekend as a mini vacation, time to unplug, time to get rid of what took place last week, good or bad, so that we can prepare for what's to come for next week, okay? So that we can start off fresh. Because life is about cycles, life is about new beginnings, life is about potential, life is about regeneration and rebirth. Thank you so much for joining.